Joining us this evening all the way from Kansas. It's a former Reigns Wildcat. He's currently up at Pittsburg State playing baseball. Eric Bacon, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey, Hannah, can we get that music thing off the top there? All right, Eric, let's get into this, man. I want to talk to you about this season. This is your first year here at Pittsburg State, and you're absolutely tearing the cover off the ball right now. Batting 430 for the season, 5 home runs, 52 RBI, and 58 runs. You hit a grand slam last week against Missouri Southern State. So just talk to me a little bit about this season and how it's gone for you so far.
I'd say it's going pretty well, as you just read off. And, it's just like we're all together. Like we're all separate, or not separate at all. We're all together and just very cohesive as a unit together.
Well, it seems like y'all are on a winning streak and have been playing well and recently. But this is your first year here after spending a couple years at JUCO at Coffeyville Community College. So talk to me about that transition, going from JUCO to now playing Division II baseball. What was that transition like for you?
I'd say it's a lot more mature. Junior college, it's a bunch of 17 to 20-year-olds, and they're all just put together and they're all just trying to figure things out for the first time. Whereas you come here, everybody's got a couple years. Like, yeah, you got a few freshmen, but they just learn it pretty quickly and they're usually on it. But yeah, I'd say it's a lot more mature and everybody knows what they want. Not everybody's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and you're coming into your own now and being a junior there. To talk to me, I want to go back to that JUCO time though. What did you learn about yourself? Coming out of range, you were pitching and playing in the field and doing all the things, but now you're kind of more obviously. I don't know if you pitch anymore or not, but I know that now that I've seen you, you've been in the outfield and playing in the field and all that. So, but talk to me about that transition from going to Reigns to that JUCO. What did you learn at JUCO?
So I came to Coffeyville as a position player. I knew I wasn't going to pitch. I wasn't even a huge fan of pitching. I was just there pitching because we needed an arm. But no, leaving Reigns and coming into Coffeyville, it was tough at first. My freshman year, I struggled a lot, got yelled at a lot. Coach Martin definitely let me know whenever I was in my wrongs, but he also taught me the ways of how to play baseball. Like you just can't be selfish all the time. Everything's oh, I lose connection. There we go. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back now. Yeah, we lost you for a second though, so your
Yep.
connection went out for a second. But I know you were talking about Coach Martin getting on you and yelling at you, but you were going into what you learned from him as well. So I'll let you
Yeah,
pick up
no,
there.
he taught me. Yeah, he taught me. Just the right ways to play. Like not everything is about you. No one is. It's not a one person thing. It's a team thing, and everybody needs to come together if they want to have a common goal and win, and eventually go to the next level.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing I think in JUCO too is when you're it's your first time away from home really, right? When you graduate and you're learning yourself and learning trying to balance being an athlete and a student at the same time. So how challenging has that been for you to balance both your studies and your academics and still excelling on the baseball field as well?
The first semester was really tough. I had a couple classes where I was like, "Am I even going to pass?" I did pass them. Don't worry. Um, yeah, made all my grades, and then it's really like you got to find times to study because right, you went to a high school your senior year, you're not really studying because you're just in a bunch of random classes that you were assigned to, and then you got to figure out, oh, I need to study if I even want a chance to even play because if I don't pass, I don't play. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's mostly it.
Yeah, it's a different motivation. It's a little bit different motivation. Talk to me about what made you choose Pittsburg State. Obviously, going up to Coffeyville, you're already in Kansas, so which I've been in Kansas as well. I went to Kansas Wesleyan, so I'm familiar with the Kansas territory up there. So I know about the weather. But you went to Coffeyville and then decided to go to Pittsburg State. What made you choose Pittsburg State?
So every fall we would have some scrimmages against D2s and other JUCOs, and we would always play Pitt State. We would be the first people to play Pitt State every fall, and we would always play Pitt State, and you could just tell like they were just different. Like they showed us the ways that was different between JUCO and D2, and they would let us know every year, unfortunately. And I would always see it. And then Coach Finelli and Coach Bonnell, who were the original guys who brought me in, they showed me like what everything you have to offer here. And I would say Pitt State, it's got everything you could ask for. Like there's nothing you can't ask for anything else. It's got everything.
Well, it seems like you're having a good time up there. You look happy, and obviously you're performing well out on the field. But I want to talk back home, back in Emory and Rains High School. Obviously, we mentioned I called a few of your games there and got to see you in action there. And I didn't know you
Mhm.
didn't like pitching because you were very good at it. So that is surprising. You didn't like it. But talk to me about growing up in Emory and going to Rains High School and kind of how that helped develop you into the person you are today.
I would say going back home to Emory, the thing that made me who I am is no one everybody was a tight community. Everybody knew each other and every you knew what everybody wanted. Like you knew like some of your buddies, they had no interest in sports and they just wanted to go work and go to trade school and become a real man, as they would say. And then there were others who wanted to achieve their dream, like a couple of guys on the baseball team. They're playing, some are in Iowa, some are in Tyler, actually, not too far away. And then others are in Oklahoma. And they would all like, those were the guys like you would always be with. Like I would always be home hitting with those guys.
Yeah, you figure out who really wants it and who has the same goals that you have. Yeah, you're right. I think your Grant Guidry up there in Iowa is playing at
Yep.
Northwestern College up there. So yeah, he just hit a home run
Mhm.
this past weekend as well. I just wrote a story about that. So yeah,
Yeah, I
y'all
did see
Reigns
that.
boys are balling out up there. So you said you saw. So do you keep up with your teammates that are in that are playing in college too?
I do for the most part. I try to be better at it. I'm not very good at it. I should be better at it. I should be checking on them more. But for the most part, yes. Me and Grant, we actually texted not too long ago. Me and Nick, one of the other pitchers on the team, we texted, and then Zach Shepard. Actually, I've talked to him quite a few times.
Where is Zach at? I don't think I know where he's playing at.
He's in Sioux City, Iowa. He's like
Okay.
him and Grant are in the same conference. Yep.
Okay, well, that's news to me. That's good to know.
Mhm.
And yeah, Nick over at Paris, I believe, Paris Junior College. Uh,
There's that was it. Yeah.
yep,
Stuff it
there.
was.
See, I got you, buddy. I got you. Hey, talk to me about your influences. Like, who do you kind of model your game after? Who do you look up to in the major leagues and not just on in baseball, but some other influences in your life? Like, who do you look up to in your life? Who's your inspiration as well?
I would say who I try to model after. Now, I'm not as physical of a specimen as Mike Trout is, but I've always loved Mike Trout. Whenever I was younger, I actually went to a Rangers game and my neighbor had season tickets and he gave it to us for this one game. And it was an Angels game. He knew I was a huge Angels fan. And I'm sitting in the front row and the only person in an Angels t shirt with his number on the back. And Trout ends up like chipping this bat. And after the game, he walks up to me and hands me the bat. So I have a Mike Trout bat, which was awesome. And the person that I would look up for the most would be my dad. Like my dad, he went to NSU, which is in our conference. He taught me the game all the way growing up, taught me how to do things. And yeah, he's just been a huge role model in my life.
Yeah, I've met your dad a couple of times. Great guy, and it's funny you say that. So do y'all trash talk any? Because you said he went to the school that's in your conference now. So do y'all trash talking when those games come around? Or you're like, pops, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do it to your alumni here. I'm sorry.
Well, we haven't played NSU yet. I think that's coming up here in a couple weeks, actually. But I'm not sure how he'll react. I think he's all for supporting me. I don't think he's going to actually be there at NSU too. The only thing he said to me was, "I hope that it's not a gravel warning track anymore because you're going to have to be running some balls down." That was the only thing he said to me.
Well, that's some good words of encouragement there. Last thing I want to ask you, then I'll let you get out of here. Appreciate you taking the time. I know y'all just got off the practice field. So last thing I want to ask you, talk to me about the support. I mean, you've mentioned your dad. I know your mom's reached out to me as well, and I've talked to them. Tell me about the support that you get from not just them, but the entire Reigns community still.
I get tons of support from them. I still have people reaching out to me, asking me how I'm doing. Everybody at my church that goes there still. Uh, yeah, I just have a bunch of people asking me like how I'm doing, how everything's going, and people at my parents' work where they work at, they're always asking about me too.
What does that mean to you? I mean, is that how does that feel? Because I know Kansas is it's 8-9 hours away, man. Like it's a long way
Yeah.
away. So when you get those words of encouragement, when you hear that support, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means that I have left an impact on people and that my parents still think about me every once in a while, actually.
Well, they got to send you some money, I'm sure, for some groceries and stuff. So they
Yeah,
think
every
about you a
once in
little
a
bit.
while, right?
Yeah. Hey, Eric, man, I appreciate you taking the time and talking to us this afternoon. And best of luck throughout the rest of the season. We'll be keeping up with you, and we'll talk to you down the road, man.
Yep. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you, buddy.